Daddy always said she was the apple of his eye. From the moment that he saw her, it was love.
Good to see you all. Hey, good to see you. Excuse me. How you doing? Nice to see you. Good to see you as well. Some of the people in the back of your photo bomb. Stay right there. Hey, then turn around. You gotta turn around. Come on now. Come on. Here we go. So have a seat. Come on now.
Governor, I'll get us started if that's okay. I know what's really on the hearts and minds of folks around here is we're interested in jobs. We're interested in creating a climate that can bring more great things for our amazing workforce to do around here. And I know you've done a lot toward pushing initiatives, our workforce trained, and to encourage entrepreneurship. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, I will tell you that jobs it is the biggest concern everywhere in the state, as you would imagine. It is, especially in the eastern and western ends that have suffered the most economically. And what I truly believe is that this state needs a vision. It needs a sense of what it wants to be. And what I truly believe is that we can be the manufacturing hub of excellence in America. I know it. I know we can be. We're as well positioned as anybody. We already make a lot of great things. We got people who are clever, that are willing to work hard, with good values. The cost of living is reasonable. We've got logistical capabilities that are phenomenal. We've got, a central location in the middle of America that's unbelievable. We've got logistical hubs of UPS and DHL. We've got riverways, roadways, railways that all transect through the state. We've got 4 seasons. None of them are too extreme. I mean, if we can't figure out how to leverage these things and create jobs here, attract manufacturers here, then something's wrong. Then we're dropping the ball. And that said, the opportunity then is, well, what's holding us back? Why are we not already there? We're doing a decent job. And truth be told, 47th, in workforce participation, we have the 47th lowest level of working age, able-bodied men and women who go to work. And they look at tax structure, tax policy. Do we have taxes where we just keep sticking it to and squeezing? And then how many of you are small business people in this community? So, I mean, you're getting squeezed to death. You're getting squeezed to death. We can't keep taking blood from a stone. We can't. At a certain point, there's only so much we can take from the people that are producing the wealth. We've got to find a way to broaden it. I would rather have more people paying taxes than paying less each than taking more and more and more from a shrinking number of people. That's a dying model. So we've got to change that around tax structures, everything. We've got more and more people being laid off, but these are people with good skills. You come out of the mine, you know how to show up on time, you know how to work as a team, you know about safety, you know about engineering, you know about how to collaborate. I mean, you know how to stay drug-free. I mean, you don't work down in an environment like that without having some sense of knowing how to deliver. If people lose their job and they don't have anything to go to, ultimately people end up making bad decisions. We've seen it happen more and more. It's not because they're bad people, it's just as often as not, it may happen. We can't afford to keep losing out on people who could be a part of productivity. So down in Johnson County the other day, down in Painesville, we announced this. We're moving a advanced manufacturing training center that's going to open next February is when we'll start classes. We had taken two classes worth of people laid off coal mining. People out of the oil and gas and coal industry who've been downsized, laid off. We've been sending them up to Bevins, Indiana. And up in Bevins, Indiana, they have this Haas manufacturing facility. And they train these folks. In the last 2 sessions in a row, their top graduates, both times, have been laid off miners from Kentucky, from Eastern Kentucky, from these communities. And I thought, this is silly. We're sending all our people up there to get trained. We're kicking respect to the caliber of the people we have. So we talked to the people at Haas who had that training facility. He said, why don't you work with us? I'll work with the state. We have local people, a woman named Kathy Walker, who some of you may know. Kathy was a local person, started a local 501c3. I got the state, we got this company, Haas, and we said we're going to work together, and we're going to set up one of these training facilities right here in Eastern Kentucky. To travel for 15 weeks all the way up to Indiana, and then stay away from their families for 3 or 4 months. And so that's now, it'll be a 16-week course here. 15 weeks of advanced manufacturing training, and then 1 week of kind of like soft skills, for lack of a better term, working on just some of the other skills about just interpersonal job skills. That's going to create opportunity. Now, here's the reality: every single one of those guys from here that has gone up to Indiana and has finished this course, and it's been everyone that's gone up has finished the course. Everyone has been hired. The last ones are actually just either finished last week or finishing this week. Every one of them has already been offered a job or is already working in a job. Minimum starting level, $26.50 an hour plus benefits. These are decent jobs. These are good jobs. And so the problem is this, though. The jobs are up in places like Mount Sterling. Now, not bad, but it's not here. They're not going to be here immediately. And this is the thing I'll say in respect to Jill's question. The opportunities will come. If we start graduating in Eastern Kentucky, 10, 20, 50, 100, 150, 250 high qualified people. There have been studies done nationally. There's going to be 3.5 million jobs of the type that these folks are going to be trained to do in the next 10 years. 3.5 million they're going to be needed in America. And it's estimated that there's only going to be 2 million of them. And 1.5 that will be filled. 2 million that are probably not going to be able to be filled. Which means people are trying to figure out how to do these with robots and other things because there's just not enough people. Well, we shouldn't have that problem in Kentucky. We should literally make sure that people know if you want something manufactured with excellence in America, then Kentucky's got people. Now, for now, our people in Eastern Kentucky are training and they're going up the road to a place like Mount Sterling, they'll go to Lexington, they'll go to Richmond, they'll go down to maybe London, Corbin area, they'll go to other places, sort of on the edges of Eastern Kentucky, but sadly not here. But here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to eventually realize turnover is killing me. Getting people poached is killing me. And then they're going to discover, I got 50 highly trained people right here in Eastern Kentucky who want to live in Eastern Kentucky, who want to stay in Eastern Kentucky, who want to stay in the same communities they've been. They'll start coming here. It's not going to happen next month or maybe even next year, but I'm telling you, in the next 2, 3, 5 years, you're going to start to see if we can create the kind of work ethic that already exists and harness it, create the kind of 21st century skilled workforce, you're going to see companies start to come. There's a guy down in
Thank you, sir. Welcome to Lawrence County.
Thank you.
The second thing is we really buy into having that work-ready community. We have to have the workforce ready. So one of the things we hope to take advantage of is from your administration and Secretary hiring the work skills initiative.
Yep.
So we plan to apply in the second round to try to bring more project leading way, advanced manufacturing, computer science, healthcare, to train our students to be ready for that. Now the third thing I have a question is, as in a small school system, Lawrence County we have about 2,500 students. How can, I know charter schools is a hot topic right now. How can small businesses really leverage that to help our kids?
I'll tell you this. The charter schools are not a silver bullet. They're just not. Truth be told, we don't have any school choice right now in Kentucky. There's no competition for public education dollars. It's a complete monopoly right now, and that's not good either. Competition is good. In a community like this, I don't know that they're the answer. I think you've got a good school system. It's a function of how do we take the existing school system and maximize its potential and its effectiveness. Give the greatest opportunity to the best teachers. Find a way to either improve or move out of the way the teachers that are not. It's the same with any business. It's the business of education should be no different. The places where charter schools, and they would be public charter schools, I think will have the most immediate, certainly not at grade level, It's in our failing schools, in our urban communities, that frankly, I would see public charter schools being first able to make a profound impact. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
It really does. I just don't think that they're necessarily the right thing for rural communities. What I think we owe you is the ability to untie your hands. And there is bureaucracy that should not exist. As a superintendent, my opinion, you should have a whole lot more control over which principals work in your district. Period. And I don't know how it works here, but in a lot of districts, we basically take that responsibility from you. We don't allow you the flexibility that somebody like you should have. We don't allow principals to have the flexibility within their schools that they should have. We don't allow teachers in the classroom to have the flexibility they should have. We audit teachers and we audit schools to death. We're testing you out the wazoo. We're testing kids out the wazoo. To what end? What end? I mean, all of us learned how to grow up and feed ourselves. I don't remember being tested like this. I mean, really and truly, we've got to reinstate more local control. This is something I've talked to Secretary Heiner about. It's a passion that he has. I'm glad you're in communication with him. I think what I would ask you is, what do you all need? What do you know this? You know what's happening on the ground here better than I do, better than he does. You tell us what's in your way. What prevents you from being here and getting to there?
I think the biggest thing right now is the facilities. You know, if you look at Louisa West, which we was going, our kids were there ready for you. That's a facility we need to remove. That's our youngest kids. But for our older students, the facility to train those welders, the facility to train those students that are going to go into advanced manufacturing, the facility, it's one facility. And that's one of the things that we like to move forward on, is to have that, or not only do we train our kids, but we can also reach out to our community and say, after hours, can you bring in people that want to be welders? Can you bring in people? So right now, if you want to ask us what would be the biggest impact, that would make the quickest impact for us, is to have the facilities in order to train not only our students that we have now, but also train our community members that are looking for jobs. So that would be the biggest help for Lawrence County, in my opinion.
Duly noted. And what I'll do is, and you mentioned, we have this $100 million workforce initiative that we put in place. And now, when you say you're on the second, had you applied initially?
We did not apply initially, but we want to go for the second round.
Okay. The unfortunate thing, I hate to do this, it's a 2-year thing that was underway. The people who applied initially have already been windowed down to a subset, and that's being windowed down. Still, even 3 of 4 that are left are going to be cut, because there's $100 million. We had $500 and some million worth of applications. It's down to about $400 million and 97 applicants, and it's going to be windowed down. There will be more. So I'm glad you're already thinking about it. I also would encourage you to realize there's a possibility for things that you're thinking of to happen with or without this $100 million. There's other monies that the state gets through economic development dollars that come into the state, community-based block grants, a lot of other ways we can put our best forward and do better by our kids. We don't need to be in a tricked out brand new something to learn. We just don't. In fact, in some measure, I look at so many of our college kids, they go to college now, all these colleges, they're like country clubs. It's crazy. I mean, there's very few kids who are going to leave college and end up living somewhere nicer than where they lived when they were in college. What are we setting them up for? So my focus is on the actual skills, attaining the skills necessary to actually be gainfully employed. And so any and all ideas that you have of how we can come alongside, Lawrence County Schools and actually help you make that happen, I want to know. And Secretary Heiner wants to know it. It takes a while to turn the ship, but we're going to turn it. I have a passion for this. I really do. This state should be ripe with opportunity for jobs, and it's going to be. Other questions on anything? Thoughts?
I'd just like to thank you for the way you honor the Christian people and show your Christian morals. We're proud of it.
You're welcome.
We don't see that very often.
You're welcome, and I tell you this. That's an important thing to understand. It's why I appreciate the values that Jill brings with her to Frankfurt. My willingness to come out and support people like her. We need men and women who, frankly, will bring those kind of values to Frankfurt. We do, because at the